Upgrades.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Vanessa Shark. I'm here with my boys, Sam and Jorge, to review the True Detective Season 4. I'm super excited to talk about it. It's been kind of a ride. So yeah, I want to talk about it with you guys. What was your first thoughts about it? Overall, 1 through 3, what do we think? Jorge?
I guess real quickly, amazing. I think acting, everything is top notch. I'm loving it. I'm truly loving this season. It definitely gets me hooked into this show. Because as everyone just found out literally minutes before we started recording this, I have never seen this show in my life, any of the previous seasons. So coming in it completely like brand new, after seeing this season, it does make me want to go back and see like how this whole thing came about. So from that point of view, I think this is doing a wonderful job. But so far, even as a standalone, I'm loving it.
And what about you? What do you think? I know we were tragically affected by Jorge's reveal earlier.
Oh yeah, no, I can't believe it. That's a travesty. How can you not see the first season of that excellence? But no, this was amazing. I actually really love True Detective, believe it or not. First season was amazing. I did like aspects of the second season, specifically the acting. I love Mahershala's third season, what he did, but this is so different. It has really interesting supernatural elements to it, but at the same exact time, the story and the richness of characters is still there. Like the acting is great, but the mystery, I think, is the biggest thing. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's the next turn. And I think it's kept me engaged. Like I haven't been this excited about a True Detective season since the first season. And I think a big part of that is also is Callie and Jodie Foster's like amazing chemistry and how they're dissecting these two specific characters in Danvers and Navarro and taking us on this crazy journey that we're only suspecting what it's going to be versus like what it really is. And so I'm loving it right now, honestly.
I have to agree. True Detective Season 1 is probably one of the best seasons of television. I think this is during the golden era, the golden age of TV, when like Mad Men and Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones were all on at the same time, like around the same era. Like this was peak, you know. So obviously you don't have to watch all the seasons to watch this season. They're all standalones, which is great. But I think this season is leaning more into the spooky, is this supernatural, is this not, like aspect that made the first season so good. And the first season was also so good because of the strong cast members. We have not just Jodie Foster and obviously newcomer Callie Reyes, who was apparently a professional boxer. You could tell in her shoulders. We also have a stacked cast, like Fiona Shaw. Hello, Christopher Eccleston. We have just an insane. We have we have so many good actors. John Hawkes. This just a really good cast. Plus, a really diverse cast too. We're focusing on the Inupiaq people in northern Alaska. This is a town called Ennis. So let's talk about the characters a little bit and who we've met so far. What do you guys think about like just the way the characters are interacting and especially the dynamic of the town? Sam,
Yeah,
go first.
Oh, there you go.
Jorge. No, Jorge, go first. You go first.
The rain. No, I think that I love when shows just don't tell you everything immediately and they slowly peel off to get you really engaged. This is one of those shows where like you watch episode 1 and you're just like, oh cool, like let's see what happens, where this goes. once you watch episode 2, it is a scary downhill slope that you're just gonna go to episode 3, 4, like you're just gonna run right through them. It's definitely, I love the dynamic that they're setting up of kind of you're seeing all these characters and how they interact, but you're seeing their backstory from like a different time when things were different, and I find it great. Like just, and I do have to echo what both of you guys said. Like both Jodie Foster and Khalid, like they are an amazing duo right now that literally, like, I could watch multiple seasons of just them two nonstop. I love their witty banter that they have kind of back and forth, and it's for me it's not something that I've seen before, which is what I like, because usually you have like good cop bad cop or like the funny guy, and this one it's literally like this brotherly sisterly, like they just crap on each other nonstop, and it's hilarious because you know it comes from like a place of love, but at the same time it's like they're just calling each other out on all their crap, which I love, you know, and it's I love how they've been molding those relationships, and I love how they make you care about, you know, like and I'm gonna butcher their, it's the in what is it, the
Inupiat.
Yeah.
It's
Inupiat.
spelled Inupiat.
There you go.
That helps.
It does not, but Inupiat. So I love how they've been integrating their story, and you're kind of seeing more and more from it. But you know, as in any, like, you know, I'll say desolate town like this, you have your problems, you know, and you have like your, and I don't know if racism is the right word, but you have like your prejudice. Jeez, I
Prejudices. Yes,
you
got it.
For sure.
You got it.
But the way that they show that and the way that they slowly unfold all that, like it's very beautifully done, because it's not just like smack thrown in your face. It's like very, you know, clever doing that. But yeah, but those are my thoughts. How about you, Sam?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about it is the town. There's so many different layers to what the town is doing, what they know, because I mean it is like a small community, but you can tell that the town is housed with secrets. And I'll use like Fiona's character Rose, for instance. Like Rose on surface, the first time you see her, she's like disemboweling an animal just to getting ready to cook it. Then you find out all these different layers with her and what she knows about the people there, and what she knows on a different level emotionally. And that's every single character, down to I'm gonna pick on Peter. Peter is a character that is working with Danvers and Navarro on this investigation, and he's got like damage to himself emotionally, but he's got something to prove, and he's trying to find affirmation from Danvers as a peer, but then at the same time trying to make sure his dad is proud. Like there's different levels and dynamics that they're doing so well with, but at the same time, you also know that it is a murder mystery. So there are things about this that, you know, people are lying, and you're trying to uncover and unpack who's really innocent. And the truth about it, which most true detectives, you know, nobody is innocent. And as good as Navarro and Danvers are as detectives, that doesn't mean that they're great people. And I think the interesting thing about like Khalid's character and Navarro is I really still don't know what kind of character she is. I think that mystery is very fascinating to me. Whereas like Danvers is the complete opposite. Like she's not good. she's not good people, but she does care, and she does have emotions that are masked with her prejudices and her angers. And Jodie is a freaking beast, and just them like connecting with this town or disconnecting from the town makes it so much more thrilling. So I love the characters and how they progress through this.
For sure. I think that to keep it concise, one of the biggest things that True Detective has consistently had in each season is flashbacks and connecting the detective's past with their present. Not without revealing a lot, there things in this show. It's not as mysterious. They're pretty straightforward, but there's also other versions of the flashbacks, I guess I could say, that lean into make this feel way more supernatural and fantastical than any of our previous seasons. So if we want to touch on that a little bit before we kind of wrap up, Jorge, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, and it's hard to talk without kind of like spoiling some of this, but I think the way that and I think you kind of envelop it the best, the way that they talk about this in a sense where the more you start kind of seeing parts of the show, it's opening up into like all these different genres that you're trying to figure out. Well, wait a minute. I'm like, it's really just like a detective show? Is this like there's different elements that really make you scratch your head and you're just like, whoa, like the way that they're just sprinkling it in. And I think the thing that I love most about it is you're literally not guessing, but you're like at the edge of your seat trying to figure out what's happening next. Like what's going to happen here or what may happen here. So yeah, so I mean that's kind of how I've been viewing that part of it.
Yeah. Stan?
The best I can say without spoiling anything is there have been times I was watching these episodes and I had to walk away or be like this or like what am I watching? And it's not just street violence. Like this is some other stuff that's freaking me out from genres of shows and films that I did not expect. And I'm all the way there for it. Like I'm actually enthralled at the fact that I don't know. Like I think that all of us can collectively say after watching this that we have our suspicions of who did it or who's connected or who might be involved, but none of us can clearly say what is actually happening. And anytime you can write something like that, you've won me. I mean, anybody that reads books, that's what you want. Anybody that wants to invest in a series, that's what you want. You want to go about the unknown. And I think that the unknown is what this season is all about. And I think that this is a great direction to take a series like this in. But yeah, I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, I shout out to Issa Lopez. HBO might have another Issa hit on their hand because this is a really good season. Before we go, what do you want listeners, viewers to watch out for? Like, what are you? Because for me, I think I think people who aren't really watching the show to expect like horror aspects, you got to expect there's some spooky horror, especially with the way it's filmed. Certain references, you're gonna get freaked out, so just fair warning on that. But what do you guys just to like just what do you want the viewers to watch out for, and like your last thoughts on the season overall, Jorge?
That's a good one. I would say be ready to go in for like a fun roller coaster ride. Like when you're in a roller coaster, like that thing's gonna go flipping and flopping and you're going to be okay. But be prepared to see amazing acting. They're not, like spoon feeding you what's happening or who did what, which makes this so much more fun. I think overall, yeah, it definitely, when you got like murder mysteries, like those are fun, but this is like turning it up a notch or two where you're like, like, what is happening here? So no, I think it's be prepared to just have fun and enjoy the ride.
What about you, Sam?
I'm gonna say pay attention to all the little details. It's the details that are gonna mess you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the little things. It's the little things, Jimmy. I'm gonna say also watch out for freaking polar bears, because as cute as this little guy is right here, I am now terrified of polar bears.
Oh boy.
I can't tell you why or how. But no, I mean I'm using him as an example of like there's going to be things fundamentally you need to just pay attention to. And that's the beauty of the process of where this is going. You're going to see small little details, and you're going to see things that are verbally stated that aren't just exposition to waste. I think that every small little thing that they're giving you is all important. Yep. The last thing that I've watched that did that was like Attack on Titan. That's one of the best anime series I've seen ever. So the fact that they're doing so much in such a short amount of time with a series like this, I commend them for it. This right there for me is like one of the better series I've seen. This is really good. It's really good.
I gotta agree. Overall, it's fun. It's scary. And I think at the end of every episode, I'm like, I figured it out. And then the new one starts. Nope. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Which is good, because I am like a problem solver, and I'll try and figure things out really quick. So the fact that the show is like keeping me on my toes is a really good thing, which isn't an easy thing to do. So I'm excited. Anyway, we're done. Yeah. Watch everything. I don't know. Woo! Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. You can follow me at Vanessa Shark on everything. I have a website, vanessashark.com. Thanks, Sam.
I'm gonna just swift my hair and I'm gonna cut later, guys.